Our next story is about an extremely rare disease that many of us may have never heard about. It's called cystinosis, a genetic metabolic disease that causes the amino acid cysteine to accumulate in various organs of the body. It's estimated that nearly 2,000 reported cases worldwide, but only 500 of those cases are adults and children in the U.S., and there's no known cure to date. The fight to end starts with awareness. That's why we're here. And with us today on The Balancing Act, Dr. Craig Langman. He is a specialist and head of kidney disease department at Lurie Children's Hospital of Chicago. Welcome. We are so excited to have you here today. I just want to know, this is a disease I hadn't heard about it. Not many people know about it. Why is it so rare, and how does it affect so many lives?
Well, thank you, Julie, and thanks for having us. Cystinosis is called an ultra-orphan disease with an incidence really of less than 20 per million, and probably much less than that.
Wow.
It's a genetic metabolic disease that does cause that amino acid cysteine to accumulate in almost every organ of our body and do damage to it. The earliest thing that happens often is that the patient suffers kidney failure, and if untreated, that happens by age 9.
Really? Now, how do you treat it? How do you detect it? How do you cure it?
Well, you have to be aware of the signs and symptoms that it causes, especially in very young infants, often with recurrent episodes of vomiting, diarrhea, dehydration that doesn't quite get the child back to normal. And it also changes the blood chemistries in a unique way that doctors often don't pick up on.
Now, you and I were talking a little bit beforehand. This is not an easy thing to treat, detect, but also the cure, or not the cure yet, but every 6 hours something has to happen, right?
Well, we do have a medication that tends to remove cysteine from inside the cell where it does damage, and that's been around for maybe 20 years. It's called Cystogon. Unfortunately, it has to be given round the clock, on the clock, every 6 hours. And because of that, you're giving the patient the medicine when they're young, and they have to take it on their own in the middle of the night all the time. That makes it very difficult to treat. In addition, the medication has many side effects which make it very difficult to continue treatment lifelong, which has to happen.
Wow, so this is difficult for parents and children. We're going to get back to this after the break. We'll learn about a story, and this story is wonderful. It's a courage story, a story of courage about a family. A mother and daughter are here, and I want you to meet them, so don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Jen and Casey Wyman. And Casey was diagnosed with cystinosis when she was 4 years old. She's now 10. We're so excited that y'all are here today. And I just want to get right to the two of you. Jen, tell me, how did you discover that this was something your daughter was affected with?
Well, she was born with cystinosis, but she started presenting between 11 and 12 months, failure to thrive, excessive thirst, excessive urination, chronic dehydration. She just had a lot of symptoms that we were putting Band-Aids on it. We were treating things in isolation.
Not literal Band-Aids, but doctors were treating her. They didn't know really what was going on.
We were treating symptoms in isolation. She had rickets. We were seeing, and as a mother, it's you hope that one thing that they're treating is what's actually causing it, but it was pointing to a larger picture. And she actually was not diagnosed till she was 4, which is late. Right. It's a late diagnosis. Doesn't sound like it would be late at 4 years old, but she was very sick. She kind of treated herself with salty foods and got herself through, but we were not aware of how sick she was until they started looking at growth hormone deficiency. And they fasted her for 12 hours, which sent her into a chronic dehydration, which we thought was the flu. Wow. And she ended up hospitalized for 2 weeks, and the end result being a cystinosis diagnosis.
That was a long journey then.
It
Casey,
was.
tell me a little bit about yourself.
I like to swim. I like to dance. I love Justin Bieber.
Oh my gosh. Maybe we can get this video to Justin Bieber. Do you feel like this inhibits your life? How's your treatment been? Is it difficult?
Not really.
And Mom, how about for you? Now, is this something you treat every 6 hours? How does that work?
You know, I think it's important, you know, for kids, they deal with it a lot better. It's the only thing she really knows. So it's a normal thing for her. It's a regimented life. It's around the clock. It's every 6 hours, taking medication. She takes, how many medications do you take a day?
37 pills.
She takes 37 pills a day. Yeah, and
But does that seem normal to you? That seems like that's how I live. That's how Casey lives.
Yeah.
Now tell me this. This is what I want to get out there. How can families get more information about this disease?
Well, the Cystinosis Research Network was a life support for us. We kind of stumbled across it online. My husband was doing a little research on it once we got the diagnosis. It's not something that just pops up even on the web. But he found the organization, and it's been a lifesaver for us.
And I understand you're very heavily involved in volunteering for that organization.
Yes, it's an important part of our life. It's an extended family for us. When you have a rare disease like that, you can feel very isolated.
Sure.
You can feel like there's no one else in the world who has what you have.
Right.
And having CRN has been, she's met friends through that. I've met friends through there. They are an all-volunteer, nonprofit organization.
So we need to know it's all volunteer, and you need funds and volunteers.
Yes,
right.
And it is funded by corporate donations and private family donations. It's fundraising.
Okay, this is very important. Now, doctor, I want to ask you this question. Are there any recent advancements in treatments for patients?
Well, the introduction of Cystinosis, the medication that Casey takes every 6 hours, about 25 years ago, was really life-extending for patients. However, this medication, in addition to being used every 6 hours, which impacts on lifestyle, and certainly parents' lifestyle of having to get up in the middle of the night, has many other side effects, such as itself causing vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, abdominal pain, ulcers, and it often is associated with a very foul smell, often like a rotten egg, in patients that use it. And so there have been a couple advances over the most recent period of time. One is that Raptor Pharmaceuticals has been interested in looking at a way to use the same basic medication within Cystinosis, cysteamine bitartrate, but use it in an extended release formulation only every 12 hours, twice a day.
That would be great, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
That would be huge, yeah.
So is there a possibility that could happen in the near future?
Well, those information about that drug in a clinical trial have been submitted to the FDA, and so everybody in the community is very anxious to see if that'll be ruled in a very positive way. In addition, the cystine deposits in the cornea of the eye, and the Cystinosis that Casey takes doesn't reach the cornea. And so in October of last year, another product, cysteamine eye drops called Cystoran, was approved and will be available shortly, so that topical eye drops can also remove the cystine crystals and not impair the vision of patients with this disease.
Yes, I love it. Things are being done. Before we run out of time, I just want to talk to you one more time. Is there anything, and our audience is kind of right out there if we look at that camera, is there anything you'd like to tell people out there, parents, kids, other kids, anything about this disease or what you think about the future?
If you have cystinosis, you just gotta take your meds to be normal.
So, you hear that? Take your meds to be normal. And we're going to cross our fingers. We hope we have a lot of donors watching this segment. And we want to get that drug approved that goes every 12 hours, because we don't want to keep waking Casey up at night. And Mom, we don't want you getting up every 6 hours. I want to thank you all for coming here today. Thank you, doctor, for all you are doing to help this rare genetic disease. And for more information on cystinosis, I want you to go to this Cystinosis Research Network and help support these families like the Wymans. And please visit www.cystinosis.org. Finding a cure, and finding a cure begins with awareness.